This is Adrian Breezy Entertainment.
Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'll be showing you how you can set a password for your wireless router, and this can add some security to your network, especially if you're just using a simple home network and you want to have the ability to get that added protection, or you want to basically have a password that is easily remembered. So I'll go through the process of setting up a password, and this tends to be standard across wireless routers and can even be applied to modems. So let's get into it. Well, first thing you're going to want to do is to get some Ethernet cable. Now you can connect to the wireless connection if you already have that connection in your laptop or device that you're going to be using to set the password. However, I prefer to use a stable connection, which is an Ethernet connection. That way you know that regardless of anything, if the Wi-Fi drops, you still have that stable Ethernet connection that you can use to get into the wireless router. Now you just plug it in at the back. So you plug it in into one of the LAN ports, not the WAN port. So that should be it. And then the other end, you plug into your laptop device or your computer. Now my laptop doesn't have an Ethernet port, so I'll be using an adapter. So if you don't have an Ethernet port, try and get an adapter so you can just have that conversion. Alright, once plugged in, you will get the indicator light. Just focus in on it so you can see. You get the indicator light to show that you have a connection. Alright, so I'm going to move over to the desktop view or the laptop view for you, so you'll see from the screen sharing what exactly you need to do. Right, so now we've prepped. Now it's time to actually get to changing that Wi-Fi password. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to open up your browser, and you're going to want to put in the default IP address of your router. Now, the default IP address can be found either at the top or bottom. I'll give an image of mine so you can have an idea. However, it is normally found at the top or the bottom of your router, and if it has not been changed, that default IP address should carry you to the router so you can access it, right? However, for me, I had changed mine. So what would have been on my router would have been 192.168.0.1. However, the one that I have right now is 192.168.1.1. So once I hit enter, I will get this prompt to log in. And the password is usual admin or password, respectively, or admin for the username and password, respectively. All right, so once you've logged in, you will get some settings, some options. Now, you want to go to the wireless options. You want to go to WLAN, and you want to go to security settings. And in security settings, you will basically see the passphrase that's currently there for your password. Now, you can select a variety of options. You have between WPA personal, WPA2 personal. You have a mix. Usually I go the mix. You can also leave it open. You can do a shared or you can do a mix WEP. So like I said, I'm going to use the mix WPA or WPA2 personal, and I leave it at that. And I'm going to change the password So just to test this password, I'm going to try and connect to the Wi-Fi. Now I'm gonna try and connect. And it should ask me to enter the password. Now it is NEXXTABRIAN. So this is the password, right? Let's go next. So it has been connected. However, because this wireless router has not been connected to a modem to get that internet access, there will be no internet being received. However, that's okay. I just want to show you that this password is what is essentially in the wireless router, right? So if I should go and I'm going to change this to guess the password 01 and I apply. So after applying, you would realize I've now lost connection to the next. So once I go to connect again, it will be asking me for the password. So keep in mind that once you change the password, you will be kicked out of the wireless connection and you will need to re-enter that said password that you have changed it to. So I'm just gonna put in the yes, the password 01, confirm that this is what I actually entered in. And when I go next, here we go. I'm now connected. And this is essentially how you can change the wireless password for your wireless router. Now, if throughout this video you are still uncertain about the default IP of your wireless router, you can look at a variety of options, such as you can Google the router and see what the default IP address is. Normally, they're standard and public. However, you can also, if you don't have, sorry, if you don't have internet connection, you can open up command prompt. So you just type CMD and you can type IP slash all. And now you will get the IP that you are currently, you get default IP address and you get the IP that's currently
being allocated to your machine. So for me, like I said before, it would have been 192.168.1.1. So I know that once I put in this IP, I will be able to, and just to highlight it, if you're not sure I'm talking about. So once I put in this IP, the default gateway IP, I know I will be able to connect to the wireless router. All right, guys. So this concludes the video. Hope you were able to take away how to basically change your wireless password. I've done videos on this before. However, persons have expressed that they needed a bit more time with me explaining certain parts. So hopefully this has done that. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, leave a comment if you need more clarity, and I'm always here to assist. Thank you.